Okay, we're on questions and answers video part 3. I speak with the elders. I gotta make that quick for people that are already listening to this video 1 and 2. The elders are all knowing and they know everything about us. They are, to me, angelic beings that are super high up level, higher than human incarnation frequencies, like higher than that. So we're doing questions and answers with them today. And my first question, and it's about the coronavirus. My first question today is from Linda. And she says, do the elders have any direction for me regarding where to go here in my life? Back to my business? Because her business is on hold right now. Back to my business. Or she goes, it seems as if the possibilities are endless now. And I have a feeling lots of people will be switching jobs when all of this is done. More following their passions. I'm like, bing, 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 bing. When I saw that question, I was like, yes, we just covered that in the last video where we were talking about that the possibilities are endless and people are going to be shifting around a lot. We didn't say possibilities were endless like she did, which was really cool how she was catching on to that frequency. Like she's up in her flow. She's there. She's already up in that flow that I had predicted would happen to people in the last video. But I didn't predict it. I was just translating for the elders. I'm correct myself. Psychics don't predict things. We just translate information that we are receiving telepathically. Most of the time it's our telepathy skills we're using. So, and everyone has it. So, she's up there in the flow, girlfriend. She's like, wow, seems like the possibilities are endless now. I'm like, wow, that was like so cool to hear that from her. And yes, a lot of people will be switching jobs. A lot of people, I agree with you. Absolutely. So we're on a frequency where we can feel that, where some people might be in so much sadness that they're just down there going, wow, the world is just, I can feel that too. I mean, I can go down there. I can feel it. It feels like 100 pounds on each shoulder. You're like, oh, this is tough times. It's heavy out there. If we can just get through this heavy energy and get to the other side of this virus, then everybody can recuperate. So, it's all about where you want to be. You can be on either one of those and probably are on the same day right now. But we're going to be on this one with Linda right now. And they said, yes, absolutely. All possibilities are endless now. And once again, back to Ariel's question in the last video. What's our truth? And they're saying, here's some different truths for people. Some people are seeing this completely divergently. So, yeah, people definitely switching jobs. And they said, for you personally, with the question you asked about your own personal business, they said to do the one that feels like you can do with complete ease. You can just step right into it. You can just go do it. And you don't even think backwards. You don't even think twice about it. You just do it. It's like when somebody gives you a job offer, if you're a person that's not self-employed, and you go to different job interviews, and that one place gives you an offer, and you're just like, yes, I could see myself at that job. I could see myself going there. I'm so pumped. I can't wait to start it. Like that, if it feels very, very easy for you to just do it and make the move into it, that means that you've done a lot of manifesting on this previously, and that your manifestations are ready to become physical reality now. So you've done the work with your energy ahead of time. Now, when we do the work with our energy ahead of time, the physical manifestations come with great ease. If something still feels really hard and you got lots of barriers, you might need to back off and let the flow do some more creating for you on that thing. So that's some of the stuff we work on privately. We can work on individually. But I can tell you this for the masses as well. These are great concepts to work with for the masses as well. But we can also get that down to an individual level. So with her, she asked an individual question. So for her individual manifestation, do the one that feels like it's, and I think I'm getting that your old business has resistance. I just got a blip of that. So what I can do is I can test different trajectories for people. So, and you can do this too. This is a tool I tell people to do. Test the different trajectories in your mind and feel which one feels the most flowy. And I feel for you going back to your old business the way you had it. Now, maybe you're going to do it a different way. Maybe you're going to still have it, but you're not going to actually do the business. You're going to actually just run it and have other people do what that business is. Because I happen to know what her business is. Because we talked a little bit more off camera than what I just put for her question on here. So, you might have other people do the business, but you might run it from now on because, hey, it could be a side income that might work really well. You might just supervise. Because they said, there's 4 that they showed me for you, 4 different trajectories, and they said one really stood out for you. more, like they showed me 3 over here and 1 over here. The one over here was like, this is what I want to do. These 2 were kind of the ones where you're jumping around on, but they're not as active. So what it means is you're putting more energy into this one, wanting more of this one, desires more into this one. And so this one's got more propensity to become a physical reality with a lot of ease. So, and because you would, and they also said, because you would like it the best. So do the one that you would like the best. Okay. Next question from Jolene. The environment is being positively impacted by the shutdown of factories and less cars on the road. Will this lead to people calling out for permanent change to current pollution? Their answer was, what's happening now is actually the answer to more people calling out for a permanent change to the current pollution. I thought that was great. We're already good. That's the answer. So yeah, it comes in mysterious ways, doesn't it? So, we're asking for stuff to happen. We're looking around going, this pollution's got to stop. I'm not going to have my children living in this type of environment. How bad is it going to be in 50 more years? Those thoughts are creating what just happened now. So don't think sometimes when you think of something that the answer is going to be what you think it's going to be. Because it's usually not. The universe many times will give me a roundabout way for an answer for something. I'm like, dang, that's the answer. Dang it, universe. They're tricky. They're tricky. So this pandemic is also a way for us to get an answer to that, because it forces people to do things where there was too much resistance before. They would have said no. If you would have said, people, can you please stay home and work from home? They'd say, no, not doing that. Factories, can you shut down? No, are you kidding me? We're not doing that. Haha, they are now. The world works in mysterious ways. And they said, what's going to happen now is that flow is going to get stronger, like by exponential amounts, because so many more people are jumping on board now that weren't able to believe it could happen before. So now they saw it. So the people that need to see stuff to believe it, they're seeing it. So they're like, dang, that only took a couple of weeks. Look what we could do. Holy Hannah, we are so close to a super clean planet. We do not realize it. We got to get going on this. So yes, we're absolutely putting a lot of balance over onto that area of the collective consciousness right now. It's going to be good. And just be aware of what comes down the pipe. It might be stuff that you don't understand or imagine. And also it's giving a huge boost to alternate technologies. Big. They showed me cars that aren't having any emissions. So I think we're starting with electric. I know I've had this discussion with my dad that some of these clean technologies don't actually make it cleaner, because in order to make the ability for this car to be an electric car, it takes a lot of pollution in the first place. So they're going to clean that up. We got to go higher than that. So don't come back to me going, electric isn't clean either. All I know is what they showed me. They showed me cars that were clean. They were running around and they didn't have gas. That's all I know. We'll go with that. So I do know that Corey Good does talk about off-planet technologies where we use our own magnetic field and our own magnetic energy to fuel a craft. The gas in the craft comes from the being running the craft. They don't need gas. So there's a lot of cool stuff that we could be implementing if we were able to openly work with ETs on the planet. So maybe that's what's coming. Okay, final question. I think that's final. Yeah, final question. The questions and answers. What will be the impact? Steve wanted to know, what will be the impact on international relations? And he meant from a government standpoint. So they said they're doing a lot more communicating behind the scenes than we think. And there's kind of this, there used to be this kind of like this good old boys group where the certain leaders would kind of have their little cliquey groups. And now they're going to be infiltrated with more smaller countries' leaders being able to join in with the communications more so. They're kind of losing some of their power. The old boys cliquey groups losing its power, and fresh new energy from smaller countries is going to be able to have some weight in the communications going on between them. It's kind of like they had this group over here and they're like, these guys have been hanging out for like 20 years and they all know each other and they're at coffee in the cafe. And then in comes the new dude and they usually be like, yeah, whatever. You're nobody. But now it's going to be like, okay, yeah, we'll have to talk to them. We're going to have to, we can't get away with being this separated little hierarchy cliquey group anymore. We're going to have to open up more and let more people into the group and, act like civilized human beings to each other. So that's going to be good. And they also said that younger people are going to start coming into elected official positions that have fresh energy. And young doesn't necessarily mean better, but the younger people are coming into the planet now with specific frequencies for specific purposes to bring the frequency of the planet up. So they're just saying kind of some fresh blood. And the old fuddy-duddies are going to go out. So there'll be some turnover happening, which would be really good. And and so we're going to cause the new officials to be elected from our higher frequencies. So we start with us feeling better, higher frequencies, not allowing this stuff anymore. And then suddenly, boom, what happens? Ooh, maybe they're saying a new story might come out about a certain official doing certain things behind the scenes that aren't legal, being involved in really bad things. I wonder how that happened. Why they come out into public eye that this happened about them? Because we're squeezing that kind of stuff out. And so that gives the opportunity for the new unknown person to be able to get enough votes to be able to oust that person from their position. So a lot of that stuff's going to happen. And then when the new people get in, of course, hey, better relations moving forward. So that's how that's going to shift. Well, thank you so much for participating in these questions and answers videos. We'll take it from here and I'll decide when I'm going to do another one that's questions and answers. I'll let you know. If you like these series, please subscribe. Hit the like button because there's a bell at the bottom and you can click the bell to notify you when we have some new videos coming out. And also, if you want to subscribe to my website, I can let you know when I'm going to do another questions and answers video. Or you subscribe to my Facebook page. That'll also tell you so you can send me your questions. If you have a question right now that you just want to put in the mix for the next time I do questions and answers video, feel free to send that my way too, or put it in the comments section below. Okay, have a great day. Thanks.